Hello, runners. Hope all of you are doing well. Coming to you from Scottsdale, Arizona. We came here for the week with some of my friends. Heading back today, so I thought before I head back, maybe a message to all of you guys would be good. So here I am, um, walk with the coach for this week. So, guys, just wanted to first tell you that second week of third Meso cycle is about to get over. That's something you all should be very proud of. I am very proud of all of you. And as I said, this is um, an important part of the training. Getting out of Meso 3 without injury is the goal. And I'm hoping that you all are listening to your body, making sure that you are not aggravating it by overdoing it. So let me give you some stats, guys. So I think in my last message I was telling you that 82% of runners eventually at least have one injury, break or the other. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not as if everybody gets injured and they are shut down, but it just tells you that it's an impact sport. And when it is an impact sport, there is a problem of muscles and bones getting pounded a little bit, and as a result there are some injuries, right? Now, out of that 82%, there was a research done on what are the causes of injury of those 82% and where is the injury most prevalent in your body. If I was having a partner, I would have, in this walk with the coach, I would have asked him his or her opinion. But since I'm all alone walking here, let me ask myself that question and answer that. So the biggest reason for this running injuries because of running, as you might have all guessed it, is overtraining or overdoing basically. What that really means is it's not just about overdoing. Doesn't really mean only, say I asked you to run for 5 miles and you guys do 10 miles. Yes, that's obviously a over sort of training. We have done it. The two, doing too much too fast, that side of that discussion. So yes, that will obviously cause injuries. But overdoing or overtraining is also when you stop listening to your body. I give you 5 miles, and after 2 miles your foot is paining. There is something different this time, and but still you choose to ignore that and run with that pain a little bit. That is also a overtraining, overdoing injury, and that happens all the time around this Meso 3. So I want you all to be cognizant of that, since you still have one more week to go in this Meso. So be cognizant of that. Keep listening, keep focusing on your body when you're running. And most of you, I'm sure, are some cricket fans or at least know a little bit about cricket. I always say this is not a T20 game. This is not even a one-day international. This is a 5-day test match. And what I mean by that is it's about longevity. It's about having fun. It's about having that mental maturity to keep doing slow, steady, consistently for long periods of time. That's a very different skill. It's a very different skill. Those are the guys who end up having large-scale life changes because of running, on the positive side. So I personally, I want all of you to experience that. Not just do one Meso somehow with a lot of pain and say that, you know what, I did my half marathon, I checked the box, and that's pretty much it. That's really not what success is for me. Success is when the impact is so good that, you guys are like, this is it, this is the way of my life. And I've seen that with a lot of people. I'm talking about a lot of our runners. So that's what I want you guys to do, guys. So think about that. Overtraining is a big one, and overtraining is not just a function of, how many extra miles you run. It's also a function of how you are connected to your body. The second one I asked on that was, which part of the body gets most injured? So it seems out of all the injuries, 50 to 60% of injuries are around the knee. Think about that. And it's not surprising actually, because if you think about all the joints that are involved in running, uh, starting from down below ankle, then knee, then your hips, and maybe various joints in the backbone and the neck. These are all sort of, and I would say even your shoulders are involved during running, right? So all the joints, thinking about that, knee is the most complicated joint of all, because if you look at our knee joint, I think that's the one joint where the motion of the two bones connecting to the joint, literally the force is transmitted from one plane to the other plane, right? Thighs is sort of going up and down kind of a thing, and the patella, which is not the patella, I'm sorry, the what do you call it, man, the shin bone, that has the pendulum sort of a movement, right? So two separate planes, so force has to be transmitted through that plane, and it's a complicated joint, as we all know, and this joint is also kind of held together by a lot of tendons and muscles and all that good stuff. So the load that acts on the knee is a function of how good or bad your hip joint is, and the muscles below the hip. So, and we all know that we all are, not really that good in terms of our hip strength. So that's why it's not surprising that knees are the biggest sort of source of injuries for all of us. And that is why in your Meso 3, if you're seeing knee issues, a little bit of pain issues, you got to be extra careful. And there is, in the gears section of our website, you would see a good suggestion on a knee support strap. I have it always. I would never run without it in my earlier running time, but now I feel my knees and my legs and hips are strengthened enough. I don't need it anymore, but I always have it. So for all rookie runners, I would like you all to go and check that out. It's a little expensive, but man, it's for life. I mean, I bought it like 6 years ago and it's still great. In fact, my wife uses it now and she likes it. That's an investment for the future. Even if you don't have any pain, sometimes you might have a little bit of a weakening of the knee and the body is telling you something. So listen to it and wear that knee patch for a couple of days. It just gives you additional support and alignment, so it doesn't aggravate the knee. That's really what it is. And some of them who have tried it initially, they say it's constricting and all that, but that's its job. Its job is to sort of keep it all together. That's what it is. So it will feel a little constricting initially, but I suggest you should do that. So in summary, guys, congratulations for coming this far. Second weekend of third Meso. It is a very important part of the training, is to get through Meso 3 without any injuries. That's the goal. And listen to your body is one big message I want to give you. And especially the knee side is where, at least the math, the statistics tells us that's where the injuries crop up. So I gave you one tactical advice in terms of a knee support strap, a good one. Don't go to Walmart and buy the sort of the cheapest one you can get. It's pointless. Okay, so that's what it is. And may I remind you that 1 week from now you have the rest week, the most important portion of the training program, guys, the rest week. And what happens during rest week is rest. It is part and parcel of training. Nothing you will do, no strength, no sort of aerobic activities, maybe swimming, but what you will do is TLC, tender loving care. Past times, in fact, I've had walk with a coach with some wonderful ladies who made use of the rest week with some good massages and such. Maybe I'll do the same, talk to some senior runners and get some thoughts from how they utilize the rest week. Okay, that's the week from now. Earn it. Okay, earn it, and then we go from there. Awesome, guys. See you all soon from beautiful, nice weather, Arizona. Take care, guys.